This is a quick, simple, spine safe, meaning we're not going to move the spine into flexion or extension. So if you have disc issues, it's safe. If you've got stenosis, it's safe. If you've got osteoporosis, it's safe. If you're working on your diastasis recti, it's safe, but you still might need to keep one foot down for support as we progress along. But it's core strengthening. So this is all you're gonna do. All right, you're gonna have a set of weights. I've got 5-pound weights, but if you need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe not 10 pounds for this setup, but when you're standing, definitely do that. You're gonna come to resting on your back. I've got my head support and my weights, and that's all you're really gonna need. So whatever head support you need for later. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bridge just so we get this hip to foot connection and how that connects right into our pelvis, which supports our low back and our entire trunk. So you're gonna exhale. If it feels safe for your body to curl under, this is a very low load on the spine, so it's relatively safe to let your spine curl here. Breathe, make sure you're not tensing all the way up into that neck and jaw. Press to the feet, just the amount that you need to. If you need to stay really level with the pelvis, meaning that pelvis needs to stay neutral, keep it neutral as you press the feet. Make sure that your hamstrings and glutes are waking up as you push down through your feet to get your hamstrings and glutes active, opening up the front of the hips. Breathe at the top, doesn't have to be very high. Maybe even press the pelvis a little together. Maybe put your hands on your like where your ribs separate and on your low belly there. So you're like, okay, am I keeping that a little, like there's a line of tension that we're keeping there as you come down. You're gonna do that again, either neutral, pressing through the feet and coming up, or curling as you come up. The higher you come, the more active you're getting in the back of the hips, back of the glutes, and open in the front of your hips. On this one, if it feels comfortable, roll down. But as you roll down, imagine you're pulling your feet underneath you so that your butt has a little bit of traction towards your feet. So you're tractioning your spine ever so slightly. Last one like that, just a little prep. Exhale, press to the feet, either curl or just press and bridge up. Make sure the whole foot is connected as you lift up. Neck, throat, jaw are easy. Shoulder blades and the upper back are really connected with the mat. As you roll down, articulate down. This time as you articulate down, work a little bit through the abdominals to keep those ribs buttoned together a little bit in the front so that the back ribs get a little fuller. Keep the spine nice and connected. Keep your spine in a place that feels good for you. And if that means you need a little padding under your low back, pad up. If that means you need to keep a little tip of the pelvis, use that. If you can go neutral and that's right for you, go neutral, meaning that these bones in the front of your pelvis are level, or if you just think I could balance a cup of coffee there without spilling it. So I'm going to take my head support here. I'm judging my head support based off of can I get my ribs and keep my ribs on the ground, right? So I'm going to keep my ribs down. Pelvis relatively level. Sacrum still has some weight, even if I've curled my pelvis towards my face. Keep wherever you are. Walk your feet a little bit farther away from you and bring your feet together. Spinal setup to create the most length between your head and your sacrum. So your skull and your sacrum are as long as possible. You're going to press through your feet and you're going to imagine you're pulling your feet towards your butt, but they don't actually go anywhere. Draw up, squeezing the legs together helps that inner thigh pelvic floor connection. I'm even thinking a little bit about my outer hips, my waistline as I grab my weights, reach my weights to the ceiling, shoulder blades stay grounded. Then you're going to inhale, stretch your arms up, let your shoulder blades wrap around. Exhale, pull with the feet, squeeze the legs, pull the waistline in and let your shoulders drop to the mat. Inhale up, exhale back down. One more like that, inhale up. Exhaling down. You're going to find center. You're going to inhale, exhale, pulling a little bit with the feet, pelvic floor, waistline, ribs. At the very end of that exhale, you reach the arms. You're not trying to go all the way to the floor. You're trying to control your spine here. So no back's popping up. You've got to keep your back connected with wherever it was, right? So it's got to stay with the mat. Elbows have to stay straight and you bring your arms back up. And then you're going to do that again. Reach the arms. Keep everything centered. Pelvic floor, inner thigh, pelvic floor, outer hips, waistline, ribs, arms. Bring that back up. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Find that center for the first 2 seconds of that breath, maybe 4 seconds, and then start to reach the arms for the rest of it. And then inhale as you bring your arms back to the ceiling. One more like that. Exhale as you reach your arms. Pulling with the feet, pelvic floor, waistline, ribs. Inhale, coming up. Then keep that same setup. Inhale now as you open your arms out, but don't collapse them. Hover. And then exhale, bring your arms to center. Inhale, opening out. Exhaling, center. Inhaling out. Exhaling, center. 2 more. Inhaling out. Exhaling, center. Every time I pull center, I'm thinking about wrapping around, pulling with my feet, finding that connection to the center line. Then separate the hands. Shoulder blades and ribs are grounded. Hands are above the shoulder joints. Lift your heels and pull your feet towards your butt. Now hold there with your heels lifted. Now, this is where, depending on your strength, where you are right now, you may just do 1 foot up at a tabletop position, meaning knee over hip and the knee bent to about a 90-degree angle, give or take, right? If you're ready for it, you do both legs, whatever feels right for you. What you're going to start with is 1 diagonal. So opposite arm and leg are going to open out on your inhale, but you don't get to rotate. This leg that stays stable does not get to kickstand. It's going to want to. You're not going to let it because you're going to be more focused in that. Inhale, open out. Exhale. Exhale. Let your belly pull in first and drag those limbs back to their starting position. Same side. Inhale, open. Opposite arm and leg. Stay centered with your sacrum to your skull. Exhale. Bring it center. Inhale, open. Exhale. Sacrum to skull. Stay centered. Exhale, 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 drag it center. 1 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, drag it center. Try the other side. There's always one side that we prefer. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. You most likely chose your easier diagonal first. Inhale, open. I certainly did. Exhale, center, 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 center. Inhale, sacrum to skull. Did it stay centered? I don't know. Hopefully. Woo. Did the ribs stay grounded? Inhale, open. Exhale, center. From there, let your feet rest. Take a nice deep breath in. Make sure that you're checking in with your spine, your back. Make sure your back and your neck and your jaw aren't doing more work than your center. So your psoas, your abdominals, all of that good stuff. So shoulder blades connected, ribs connected. Spine either neutral or with a little bit of incline towards the mat. We're always thinking, even if you have a little space in your low back, you're still thinking about lengthening from head to tail and drawing it towards the mat, even though it might have space, which is totally normal and natural. So whether you're doing 1 leg up or both legs up, you're going to find your position now. Could be 1 leg down and 1 leg up. You're going to inhale and go overhead with the weighted arm and out with the leg. Now, if you want to make it easier, you just stretch the leg straight up. So you could have 1 foot down, 1 leg up, arm overhead. Where's the sacrum? Where's the skull? Where's the spine in between the two? Where's the waistline? Should be even. And then you just bend that leg and come back to center. Now, if you've got both legs up, we'll stay on that same side for 4. Inhale out. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Come back to center. So you take your leg either up or out, the amount that feels right for you, without destabilizing your center. 1 more on this side. Elbow stays straight. I'm losing my straight elbow a little bit. And coming in. Try the other side. Inhaling out. Exhaling in. Remember, you could always have 1 foot down. Exhaling in. Especially if you've got some diastasis like I still am recovering from. It's like, sometimes it's nice to just have 1 foot down. Just focus on 1 leg and focus on that center reconnecting. Pull all the way in. When you're ready, drop your feet to your butt. So you shorten your lever. Slowly with control, bring your feet down. Walk them away. Bend your elbows. Take your weights down. And then we're going to flip over onto your hands and knees. From there, on your hands and knees, you're going to come to your forearms. Once you're on your forearms, you're going to make sure your elbow, so middle finger, middle of the wrist, elbow, shoulder, is 1 long clear line. From here, you're gonna hug the elbows together. Collarbones are wide. I'm not closing off my chest. Collarbones are wide. Buttoning my ribs together like I've got a cardigan that I just buttoned the front of the ribs a little bit. Button the waistline, button the pubic bone. My legs kind of pull together. I press into my hands. I do not shift my weight back. I press into my hands. I hug my elbows together and I lift up. Now, if I shifted back, I'm not gonna feel this as much. Shift forward. If my elbows winged out, I'm not gonna feel this as much. Hug the elbows in. Stay here, slowly reach your elbows down and release. Exhale, try it again. Find your center, core work is the same. Shift, lift up just a few inches. Then slowly reach those elbows and come back down. Hug the elbows together, lift up. Exhale, reach the elbows as you come back down. Just one more. Exhale, hug the elbows and lift up. Don't lose, my back wants to sway so much and I want to shift back so much. I'm going to stay forward, wrap it to the center, reach those elbows down. This next one, you get to come up, straighten the arms, walk back. You're gonna have hands underneath the shoulders. One leg stretches back. I wanna use those hamstrings and glutes here as I straighten that leg. The opposite hand is gonna grab a weight. I'm gonna squeeze the hamstring and glutes on my straight leg, push through my shin on my bent leg, lift my body away from the mat, reach from heel to head, grab the weight in the hand and bring it to the chest. Keep everything super stable and long as you open that arm out to the side for 1. Open the arm out to the side for 2. Open the arm out to the side for 3. No rotation. Spine stays straight. 4. Breathing. 5. Let your ribs move with your breath. 6. 2 more. 7. And 8. Bring that weight down. Switch hands, switch legs. Take a moment, lengthen from heel to head. Squeeze the glutes on that straight leg side. Push through your shin, lift your body away from the mat. Grab the weight with the other hand. Shoulders are not your earrings. Open out. 1. And 2. 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7, the last one 8, bring it in, down, take a moment there and just shift back. If it's too hard on your knees to go there, just go back a little bit and take your head down and your butt up so you can still be really straight in the spine here. You can be easy on your knees by keeping your butt lifted, or maybe it feels really good to bring your butt all the way back to your feet and breathe. And make sure you get plenty of breath into the back body, because so often that's one of the things that starts to create a lot of discomfort in the back, is because the back line is so tight. It's like stringent almost. And we just don't let it breathe. We don't let the posterior aspects of the diaphragm move, and then we don't get hydration into that thoracolumbar fascia. So you just lay there and breathe. And when you come up, you're mindful to just think, okay, I'm gonna come up through the center, and then you can just come up to standing, however it's best for you. Until next time, keep moving.